Okay. So L0, okay, L0 is 1, L1 is 2, L2 is 3, L3 is 4. So something like that, okay? But I cannot print all the elements together. I want to print all the elements together in one shot. I don't want to use indexing to print one by one. So if you want to print everything together, so there is a thing called loops. Loop means my loop will continuously work until my program is not satisfied, until my program is true. So let's say for this cell, for I it generally we use I, but you can use anything. You can use S, you can use T, you can use Apple, you can use anything. Okay, it's up to you. But generally in industry we use I. So for I in L is what, guys? L is my list. For I in L, then you have to use this colon after that. Then you have to use this colon after that. And once similar to conditionals, when we use colons after if and else, so there is an indentation. Look at this. There is an indentation. It's important, guys. Indentation, you have to, if you put it here, it will not work. Your loop will not work. So there should be indentation, either tab or either two spaces. Okay. Then you have to say what you want. Suppose I want to print everything inside the list. So I can say print I. Print I. So look at this. So I can print everything in one shot. So that is the use of list. Oh, sorry, use of loop. When you want to print everything until your condition is satisfied, that's why we use loop. Suppose instead of this, I want to print like this in a horizontal manner. So you can do this end is equal to space. So it will print like this. Or if you want to print like with comma, you can put comma in between. It will print like this. It's up to you, like how you want to display the elements inside your list. It's clear, guys, why we use list. Guys, is it clear why we use list? Why we use list? Because if sorry, list. Sorry. I'm keep on saying list, not list. Why we use loop? It's clear to everybody, guys.
Yes.
I'm gonna explain it again. Like in whatever container you use, suppose instead of list you use tuple container. Let's say T is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Or let's say I'm going to create set 2. I think set is not iterable. Let me check. I'm not sure. Let me check. So set is, let's say 10, 20, 30, 40. And I'm going to create one dictionary too. Let's say D is equal to, so these all are different containers, guys. A is 10, B is 20, and C is 30, let's say. Now these all four are different containers, guys. 40. Okay. So we have four containers here. One container is list, one container is tuple, one container is set, one container is dictionary. Okay. So I have already shown you the list. Now I want to do the same thing for set. For let's say I in tuple. So I in tuple print T others. Okay, I need to define this first.
Maybe it's an I print, correct?
Why is that? Oh, sorry, print I. Sorry, yeah, sorry. So yeah, so look at this. For I in tuple, print I. So look at this. Now I can iterate each of the element in T. In this cell, I iterated each of the element in L. In this cell, I'm iterating each of the element in T. So until my condition is satisfied, it will keep on iterating. Okay, until my condition is satisfied, it will keep on iterating. And similarly, if I want to do it for, I'm going to do the same thing for S. So here, let me put S. and I'm going to do this. It will keep on iterating. Look at this. 4, 40, 10, 20, 30. It will keep on iterating. Okay. Then let's do for dictionary now. Now dictionary is a bit different. So inside dictionary, look at this. Inside dictionary, we have two parts. One is key, one is value. There are two parts in each element. So how to print dictionary, guys? So for I, so here you can use for K, comma V, or let's say for K in D dot keys, K in D dot keys, because I want to put keys here. Okay, I think it should be like this. I'm not sure. Let me check. For K in D dot keys, print K. I'm not sure whether it's correct or not. Okay, it's wrong. So what's the error? Okay, it's not iterable. It should be like this, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, look at this. So here, because inside dictionary we have two combination. One is key and one is value combination. So that's why we have to do this. Suppose if I want to print both, if I want to print only values for V in K dot values, you can use, guys, any character here. You can use anything here. Okay, it doesn't matter. So here you have to print V. So 10, 20, 40 are my values. Okay. For, let's say, if I want to print both K comma V in D dot items, here I need to use items now. Sorry, then we have to do like this, K hyphen V, like this. Okay, something is wrong here. So let me see. Let me do like this. Okay, K comma V D dot items. Let's say print K and print V. Yeah, like this. Okay, guys. So this is how you're gonna use all the containers. Okay, this is a very basic code. Now we're gonna see like bit complicated code after that, but this is we're gonna use it. And there is one more function we're gonna use, that is called range function. Range is very important. I'm gonna explain it a little bit. Now, what is range, guys? Range is also a container. Okay, range is also a container, but you cannot extract element from range without using loop. Let's say I say range 10. So what is the meaning of range 10? If I say range 10 means 0 to 10. If I say range 5, it means 0 to 5. 0 to 5 means all the numbers between 0 to 5. If I say range 20, it means all the numbers between 0 to 20. Okay, but you cannot extract element from range container. Like unlike in list, tuple, sets, and dictionary, we can extract elements. Okay, we can extract elements out of these container, but out of range, we cannot extract elements without using loop. So to extract element from range, we have to use loops. Okay, guys. So let's suppose for I in range, let's say 10. For I in range 10, print I. Now look at this, 0 to 9. So if you don't give any starting element, that means it starts from 0. You can also give starting element here. Let's say I want to say for range between 5 to 10. Now it will start from 5 until 9. If I do it, 5 until 9. Okay, guys, any questions? Guys, I hope containers are clear to you. Any questions from list, tuple, sets, dictionary, range? Any questions here? No questions. Okay. So let's complicate the code a little bit. Now, guys, let's say let's say I want to print something. Let's say I have this L. I'm going to use this L. So I'm going to say for I in L, for I in L. Now, guys, very important. For I in L, print. Now I'm going to use conditional. Oh, sorry. I'm going to use conditionals inside loops. Print I else print print anything. Let's say if loop let's say we're going to print like this. If loop is able to complete itself then it will execute. Okay, guys. Now, guys, what will happen? This anybody, Deep, can you answer this? What will happen now? Fast, guys, fast. Please respond fast. I want to, because
So-
today we have so many things to do.
After list is iterated, it will go to the
Nitin, okay. After list is iterated, then it will go to what?
else part.
Else part. Then in this case, you are suggesting first it will print me 1 to 7, then it will print me this particular line. Is that
Yes.
correct? Yeah, very good, Nitin. So if I do this, okay, something is wrong. Print, okay, there shouldn't be I here. So look at this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then it's going to this part. What's going on here, guys? Look at this. What's going on here? First, L is this. Until this loop is true, it will print me everything. It will not print me like this. 1, then this. 2, then this. It will not print me like this. First, until my condition is true for loop, then it will print me everything here. Once all the elements inside loop is satisfied, then it will print me this. Guys, it's clear or not? If it's confusing, please ask question. Guys, say something. Say yes or no. If it's confusing, please ask question. If it's clear, we can move forward.
It's clear from my side.
Okay, but what about others, guys? Is it clear?
Yeah, clear.
Deep, okay. Yeah, clear, Deep. Priyanka. Okay, guys. Okay, then move forward. Kinjal, Jamin, Amarjot, guys, it's clear to you?
Yeah, yes, clear.
Okay, guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
I had a question for
Yeah,
range. Like,
yeah, go ahead.
when we iterate from 5 to 10, why it comes from, it gives an output till 9?
Because the range is, or the last element is always exclusive. If you give it
In
until
range
20,
as well?
yeah, range as well. So that the
Okay.
whatever the last like 20, it is always exclusive. It will not include it in the range. Okay, it's always
Yeah.
from 0 to 9 n minus 1. If I'm doing from 5 to 20, it will start from 5 to n minus 1. So whatever the last element is, minus 1. Is that clear, Amarjot?
Yep.
Okay.
So we can consider as array, correct? Like start
No,
from
it's not array. It's kind of list.
index,
But
like index start from 0 to last is excluded.
Index starts from 0 to what?
Like if we use a range, so last is excluded, correct? So if we use array, so array always start from 0 to, if we define an array of 10, then
Yeah, because but in Python we don't have arrays. So you're talking about some other language, I guess.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah. So in Python we don't have arrays. We don't have array containers in Python. We do have arrays, but not in Python, but in NumPy. Okay. But in the like a basics of Python, in the basics of Python, we don't have array container. So we do have array container, but not in Python, actual Python, but in some other library. Okay, so we will discuss that. But so far now, we haven't studied about anything about array. So array is like a list in Python. Okay, so range is similar to list. Okay. So guys, okay, this part is done. So let's move to the next part. Let's complicate things a little bit now. Okay, so let's create a list now. So let's create a list. List is, let's say, I'm going to add different names. let's say John, Jane, Jem, let's say one more, Mike. Okay, we have these four names inside list. Now, let me say L1. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to say for I in L1, if, guys, please stay attentive and ask questions, okay, if you don't understand anything. If L1 equal to Jane, if L1, oh sorry, it's L1. Oh sorry, if I, no, my bad. If I is equal to Jane, okay. If I is equal to Jane, then break. Else print. Okay, I'm not going to use else for now. I'm going to use only print for now. Then print I. Guys, now any Priyanka, what do you think? What will happen now? Fast.
It will iterate John and stop when it is Jane.
Stay up, Jane, and then what about Jim and Mike?
I guess it will also continue after that. But since it will when it will the I equal to Jane, it will stop. It will not give an output, and again then it will run into the loop.
So what should be my output now?
It will be John, Jane, and Mike.
John, Jim, and Mike. Okay. So Priyanka, you are partially correct, but partially wrong. So it's so whatever you have suggested, it's right, but it will stop at John. It will not give us Jim and Mike. Okay. Now, guys, what does this mean now? So look at this. For I in L1, so what will happen? So let me use my pen.
It starts with zero indexing, and
Yeah,
then when
it
it
starts
goes,
with, yeah. Look at this. If I is equal to L1, when I is equal to first element is John. So when if I is equal to John, so this condition is false. When I is equal to John, this condition is false. So it will print I. So it will print John, right, guys? When the next element is when I is equal to Jane. Now this condition is true. This condition is true. So brake means like it's like a car. You are driving a car and suddenly you hit a brake. Now your wheels stop moving. So in this case, when I is equal to Jane, then your loop stop moving. So your loop will stop there and it will give you only output this John. Okay, if I run this, look at my output, John. Guys, is it visible? I think it's font is quite small. Let me. Okay, guys,
so
is it okay? Font is okay
yeah,
for you? Okay, go ahead.
yeah. I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead,
Says
go ahead.
if so, we have written if
Mhm.
conditionals in for loop, right?
Yeah, very
But
good. Yeah.
this print comes
Yeah, very good.
in for, or it's gonna
Ve-
be in if.
yeah, very good question, Deep, because I know this is confusing for beginners. So, guys, suppose if I print it here, let's suppose, then what will happen? Let's say. So I'm not getting anything. My loop, like look at this. If here I is equal to, let me say I is equal to, guys, this is very good question. I know this is very confusing. So please stay attentive because for beginners, it's difficult to understand. Now in this case, for if I is equal to John, in first element is John. Now I is equal to John, but this condition is not true. So break. Now print is inside if. Print is inside if. So it's keep on moving inside if. It's not going further. It's not going outside now. It's keep on moving inside if, because my loop, it's keep on moving inside this conditional. It's not going out. So that's why it's not printing anything. I want to print when my condition is not true. I want to print when my condition is not true. So if your print is inside if, it will not print it because it's inside if. Okay, so it will only print when it's outside my condition. Right now we are inside my condition. Condition is if I is equal to Jane, break, print I. So it will not printing anything. Okay,
So inside this, if we remove this break, then it will print as Jane.
if you
For
remove this
this,
break, if you
yeah.
remove this break, let's suppose if you remove this break, what will happen?
Yeah.
No, it will only print Jane. Deep, I'm not able to hear you if you're saying something. Okay. Okay, very good, Priyanka. It will only print Jane because my condition is only true when I is equal to Jane. Okay. So
Can we
Yeah, go
put else with break
yeah,
and
yeah,
then we can say print, then it's gonna print, right?
say again. If I is equal to Jane,
Can we put else after break and then
like this,
print
else
in else section?
else like
Yes.
this, and print
Yeah.
I. Yeah, okay, let's do that.
No, it will
Look at this. It will only print John now. Okay, yeah, we can do that. But first I want to do step by step. Okay, so first of all, guys, any questions? Amarjot, Kinjal, Jamin, Mehul, RH, any question? Prateek?
No.
Okay, guys, please ask questions if you have any questions.
Yes, Deep, if you want to print all, maybe we can put it else in the for, correct? Like for indent. Then it
Say
will
again.
print all. So if you put else near the for indent,
Yeah, like this.
no, else, like previously we did like for and else, correct?
Yeah, like yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So same
Yeah.
if we do here, then it will print all.
Yeah, it will print all. If you don't give any break, it will print all. If you don't give any break here, suppose if I don't give any break like this, for let's say for I in L, what? Print I. What do you want to? Can you give me a code? What you want to do? Print I. Else what?
Yeah, even like I was just saying in the else, like after for in the same indent. Same indent.
Like this.
Oh, just a minute. It's okay. Go ahead. Put the code. No problem.
Remove space from right before else, so it's gonna come under for and else, not if and else.
Like this.
That's what he's trying to do.
Yeah, like this.
Yes. So it will print all.
Yeah, it will now in this case, it will not in this case it will not print anything.
It's a
Look
break.
at this. Yeah, it will break over. Like, it will look at this now. I in L, break. Else I, print I. Like if all the elements inside L is here, why it will print I? Try to understand Nitin here. Look at this. Try to understand this code now. For I in L1. So I like look at this. I in L1, when I is equal to John. Okay. So this condition is false. Break. Then I is equal to let's say Jane. Now this condition is true. Break. It will not complete my loop. So it will not go to the else part. First my loop has to complete, then it will go to the else part, right?
Yes, that's true.
Okay, guys, so let's move further. I know it's confusing, but you need to practice a lot about this. You need to see a lot of videos about if else inside loops. Okay. Okay, so let's do the next part. Let's do the next thing. Let's say continue. There is one more thing, continue. Now the solution Priyanka suggested earlier, that was for continue, not for break. Okay. So Priyanka, if we put continue here, then it will print all three. So guys, when to use break and when to use continue, that's the thing you need to understand. Suppose you want to stop your loop at some point, then you use break. But if you want to skip something, then you use continue. So out of all elements, if you want to skip something, then we use continue. But if you want to stop your looping at certain point, then you use break. Okay. So we're going to use break and continue a lot of time inside data analytics. Okay. If you're going to start practicing in machine learning, so you will use this break and continue a lot of times. Okay, guys. Now the next part. Let's say, let me do the same thing. Let me copy it. Now I'm going to say continue print I else. Now I'm going to use else too, or I'm going to use else here now. Now, Nitin, come back to your question now. Else print something like something else. Execute this. Let's say execute execute this if for loop is able to complete itself, because else will only execute when my loop is completed. If my else is here, if indentation of else is same as for loop, so for loop is able to complete itself. Now what will happen now? Nitin, whatever you were suggesting, now it will happen, because my loop is completing. My loop is not stopping at Jane. Now if I use break here, what will happen now? If I use break here, look at this. After John, my loop is stopped there. So I'm not able to print else part. Okay. Now if I use continue, but my loop is my Jane is skipped from my looping, and I can complete my loop, and I can also print my else part. Okay, guys, I hope it's clear. Any questions, guys? No questions. Okay. So let's say so I'm gonna discuss a little bit about range now. Okay, I have covered range. No. Okay, I have covered it. Okay, so guys, if suppose range is this, range is 0 to 5, and you want to convert to list. So how to convert to list? So list, you just have to put list range 0 to 5. It will put all the elements inside list. Okay, 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you can do it for 1 to 5. This should be the lower element, and this should be the higher element. Okay, then you can also do list range, let's say 5 comma 20 comma 2. So what is this 2, guys? 2 is step size, so it will skip one element from between. Look at 5, 6 is skipped, 7, 8 is skipped, 9, 10 is skipped, 11, 12 is skipped, 13, 14 is skipped. I hope you get it, guys. Okay, you can also start range from the negative element. List range minus 10 comma 0. You can also do that. So look at this, 0 is not included because this one is exclusive element. Okay, guys. So there are some inbuilt function, guys. There are some inbuilt function. We can also do this length of, let's suppose I want to see the length of this. You can also do that. So guys, what will be the length? So 10. There are 10 elements in this. Okay. So there are so many things we can do. So now, guys, very important now. So we're going to use this length function a lot of times in loops. Okay, we're going to use this length function a lot of times in loops. Now, guys, if I do like this, So if I do like this, let's say for I in range, and here I'm going to use length function inside this. Length of, let's say this element. What is, let's say this list. I'm going to use this one. So for I in range length L1, sorry, length L1, print L1 I. Guys, could you tell me what will print in this case?
John, Jane, Jim, and Mike.
John, Jane, Jim, and Mike. Priyanka, what is your solution?
Same.
Same. Okay.
It will
If I,
read all.
okay. If I do this, so what it will print now?
Oh, 1, 2, 3,
Three.
4.
Priyanka, what is your solution?
It will iterate all the elements.
Can you say? If-
John, Jen, Jim, and Mike.
Again, so if you're saying if I do this,
I.
if I do this, if I do this or this, it will do the same. It will give me the same solution.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, guys. So the Priyanka and Nitin, both of your solutions are correct. Not your Priyanka, but Nitin. Okay, what's wrong here?
Instead of len, you use L1 printing.
Oh, yeah. No, but for I in L1, yeah,
Print.
here
Alien, instead of alien, we use L1, correct?
L1, yeah, very correct. So, yeah, so look at this here, guys. So what will happen here? Look at this. Now, guys, okay, so let me explain this now first. So what is going on here? First of all, you need to understand what is this length function. Length function is calculating the number of elements. Okay, if I do length of L1, it will give me what, guys? 4. It will give me 4 elements. If I do range of L1, now good, look at this, guys. Range of length L1, what it will give me, guys? Deep, can you answer this? What it will give me?
4.
4?
0, 2, 3.
You have length L1.
Okay, Kinjal, are you here? Kinjal, can you respond, please?
All the elements, John, Jane, Jim, Mike.
No. Listen to my question first. If I run this, just look at this carefully. Deep, you can answer again. What it will give me?
We are finding the range, right? Range of length L1.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we will get 4.
We will
L1
get
is
4.
John, Jane, Jim, and Mike.
No.
No, Deep. Okay, guys, try to understand this. Okay.
Answer?
Yeah, okay, so this is important, guys, because we're gonna use this lot of time.
Can
So
I
look at
answer?
this. Length L1 is what? First of all, let's look at, guys. Now we are debugging our code. This is called debugging. Okay. So first, what is L1? L1 is this. Okay. Now, if I use length of L1, length of L1 is what? Length of L1 is what?
4.
4, right?
Mm.
If I do range of length L1,
0 to 4.
what is the meaning of this? The meaning of this 0 to 4, right?
Mm.
So if I
0 to
print
4.
this 0 to 4.
Okay.
So if I do this for I in range of 0 to 4, if I don't use list, sorry. If I don't use list, if I print this, Deep, can you answer me what will print now? What it will print in this case?
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, Deep. Range starts from 0,
It's
1,
gonna
2.
print 4, all of them.
No, why
John,
4? Guys, yeah, I know you are confused, so I'm gonna spend some time on it.
sorry, 3. John, Jane, and James.
No, why you're saying John,
Last one
Jane,
is
and James?
exclusive.
It's printing 0, 1, 2, 3.
Yes, it's gonna print.
Try to understand again. Okay, guys. Jamin, are you able to understand this or not?
Yeah, I can understand.
Kinjal, what about you? Guys,
Yeah,
can you please switch on your cameras if it's possible for you? It's not obligation, but if you can, please do it. Okay, guys. So, guys, everybody, please, it's a humble request. If you can, please do it. If you are not able to do it, if you are like stuck somewhere, so then don't do it. It's okay. Okay. So, guys, look at this here. First, you need to understand, like, this is my list. Okay. I'm going to spend some time here because this is important. I don't want to rush it because I want you to understand something. Okay. Now, this is list. This is my list. Now, what is the meaning of this list? What is the meaning of this line? What is the meaning of this line means? For I in this meaning of this is, the meaning of this is 0 to 4. Sorry, the meaning of this is 0 to 4. Yeah, 0 to 4. So what is length of L1? Suppose if length of L1 is, let me put one more element here. Let me put Ishan. Okay, let me put one more element. Let me put Deep. Okay, now look at this. Now there are 6 elements. So question to you, Kinjal. Now what will be my answer in this case?
So length is 6 and range is 0 to 5.
So what will print?
0 to 5.
0 to 5. Very good, Kinjal. It will print 0 to 5. Why it will print 0 to 5? Because here the answer for this particular part is 6. And then range 6 means 0 to 6. So range 6 means 0 to 6. Then if I print I, it will print 0 to 5. It's clear to everybody, guys? Say yes if it's clear.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, guys. Now, guys. Now here what it's printing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, guys, if I say list of 0, what it will print? Sorry, L1 of 0, what it will print?
John.
Nitin, not you, Nitin. Anybody else? Jamin. What it will print? If I do this, what it will print?
It will print John.
If I do this, J4, if L1 4, what it will print, Jamin, for you?
Ishant.
It will print Ishant. Yeah, very good. So look at this now. Now, if I do this, length of, guys, don't use this bracket, okay? Don't use this square round bracket. It will not print anything. You have to use, for indexing, you have to use square bracket, okay? Sometimes I also do this mistake. So length of this, it will print. Okay, so what happened? Okay, sorry. L1, sorry, not length. L1 of list. John, Jane, Jim, Mike, Ishan, Deep. Okay, it will print everything. Why? Because first it will print L1 0, John. Then it will print L1 1, Jane. Then it will print L1 2, Jim. Then it will print L1 3, Mike. Then it will print L1 4, Ishan. L1 5, Deep. Okay, guys, is it clear? Guys, it's clear. Okay,
Yes.
guys. So
Yeah.
so let's do this one. Okay. So let me complicate a little bit. So Jamin, this question is for you. So list range length of L1 minus 1, let's say minus 2, then until minus 1, until Step size is okay. Let me do this one first. So Jamin, what it will print? Take your time.
Yeah.
Think about it. What it will
Okay.
print?
Length L1. -2 to 0.
So it will print -2 to 0.
Yeah.
Why is that, Jamin? Look at this. What is this? What is this?
Length of the list. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah. Then what is this then?
-1 minus length of like 6 -2.
Yeah. So what is that?
4.
Yeah. So 4, comma -1, right?
Yeah.
So 4, comma -1. So if I do 4, comma -1, like what will happen now? Nothing. Because my
It's wrong.
yeah, because my upper element
Lower
should not
limit should be.
should not be greater. But if
Okay.
I still want to print it, I can do like this. -1. Okay, what it will happen? It's a step size. It will decreasing -1. So I can print like this. Guys, do you understand what I'm doing here? So here I'm decreasing like this. Generally, if you don't give, it's always increasing. Range is always increasing if you don't give anything. Okay, range always starts from 4, 3, like always starts from 1, 2, 3, 4, increasing. Step size is 1 if you don't give anything. But here, because my first element is bigger, my lower limit is bigger, my higher limit is smaller, then I can decrease my step size, like -1 or -2, whatever you want to do. I know, guys, it's confusing, but try to understand it. If your lower range is higher and upper range is smaller, then you can subtract your step size. You can use negative step size. Okay, is it clear to everybody or not? Or in that case, if you don't want to use negative step size, you can use like this: -2, like 0, let's say -1, comma length L1 -2. You can use like this. It will print. Okay, guys, so I think I hope this one is clear, because we're going to use this one a lot. So next thing I want to discuss, I think break is covered. Yeah, I want to discuss iterative now. So yeah, so what can I do? Okay, yeah, we can do this. So sum of all the elements. Suppose list has so many elements: 1, 2, 3, 44, 55, 77, 88, 99, 23, 44, 55. So we have all these elements. Now, guys, I want to do the sum of all elements. How can I do that? If I want to do the sum of all these elements by using loop, how can I do that? So for this, okay, somebody is saying something, negative index. Nitin, what's your question? Negative index. Okay. You're giving answer. Okay. So if I want to use loop here, how can I use that? So for I, so first of all, what I'm gonna do, guys, what I want here, I want like what solution I want here. I want sum, right?
Sum.
So I want sum. I need some variable. Let's say I'm going to create this variable sum is equal to 0. Why 0 now? Question is why 0? Why not 1? Why not 200? Because I'm going to start from something. So quick tip. Whenever there is a question of addition, you take your variable as 0. Whenever there is a question of product multiply, then you take your variable as 1. You're starting from 1. This is a quick tip. So when it's a question of addition and subtraction, take 0 as the starting variable. Whenever there is a question of multiplication and division, take 1 as the initial variable. Okay, this is a quick tip. So we're going to see this, like we're going to do so many questions and we're going to see this tip. Now for sum equal to 0, for I in L, for I in L, sum is equal to what, guys? Sum is equal to sum plus I. Or we can also do like, this is not actually we use in programming, we use like this, but I don't want to confuse you for now. We use like this, sum plus equal to I. Okay, we use like this. This is more prominent in coding. But I first, like, this is the beginner class, so I want to start it with this one. Okay, both are the same things, but meaning of this is, so what is the meaning of this? I'm going to explain it. Just give me 1 minute. So then what? Then what, guys? Then print or sum. Or yeah, now question from you guys. Should I print it here or should I print it here? Deep.
It should be outside.
Yeah, it should be outside. Now look at this. This is my sum 496. Okay, sum of all the numbers. Now you can put any list here. This is your code and you can calculate your sum easily. Okay, now if I want to do the product, I'm going to do the same thing here. If I want to do the product here, product of all numbers. So instead of sum, I'm going to use this product variable, product. And I have already given you tip. When there is a product or division, use 1. Because if you multiply something with 0, everything will be 0, right? Why not 0 here? If you multiply something with 0, everything will be 0. So that's why I'm not using 0 here. So 1 into sum here, it should be like this. It should be this. And here I'm going to say product of multiply this, and this is equal to product 2. Okay, now and is product. Now look at this. This is my answer. Guys, now question is, if you don't use this variable, what will happen? If I don't use this variable, Kinjal, can you answer what will happen?
Will override the value.
Will override the value? What do you mean by that? Override the value. And
Like 1 into 2, and then
no.
in product variable.
Prateek, can you answer what will happen if I don't use product variable, if I don't assign any product variable? Guys, look at this. Okay, I know this is new for you. Look at this. It will look at this. What is going on now? Look at this. Why my answer is different here. Look at this. If I don't use sum here, what will happen now? Why my answer is this? Look at this. Why, if you do this, if you keep on doing this, why my answer is this? So guys, you need to understand, we need to give this variable here. Okay, we need to start with something. If you don't start with something, it will keep on continuing. Like, it's not keep on continuing. It's like even once all the elements are completed, it will keep on adding with the same result. Suppose, look at this. If I do this, actual answer is this, 496. But if I don't use this, my answer is 992. Why is that? Because sum is keep on adding with itself. Sum keep on adding with itself. The last answer is 496 plus 496. So last answer is 496 plus 496. That's why 992. Even for this thing, so don't think about it. We like simple thing. We always have to start with a variable. Okay, don't use anything without variable. That's a quick learning for you. Okay, we have to, whatever the variable whatever the solution we want to give, we have to start that variable. That is a quick tip. Yeah, go ahead, Deep.
I have okay. So because we ran this code first
Which
time
one?
and
Which
we
one?
got 496.
Yeah.
490. I'm talking about the sum.
Yeah.
So we got 496 and then we removed sum as a 0.
Yeah.
Right? So because of list property of the list, it's gonna add up the number, right? That's what you are trying to tell me because of mutable property.
No. Like first it will adding everything together. And look at this. Then sum will add in itself again. Like what is the final sum? Sum is equal to sum plus I. It will add everything together, and the last element will add in itself. Whatever the sum of all together, let's say 496 was my total sum. Then that 496 will add in itself. In the same thing here. Whatever like this is my product here. This is my product. But if you don't give the initial variable, this answer will multiply in itself. So whatever we are getting, this is the product. This is like a square of this thing. Whatever we are getting here, this is if I don't use variable here, the answer I'm going to get, that is the square of this. This answer is square of that thing, that number. Okay. So always remember, simple thing, always remember, we have to start whatever answer we want. We need to start with that variable. That's it. We need to initialize that variable. Okay, we need to initialize that variable. That is the thing you need to remember. Okay, guys. Any questions anybody wants to ask? Jamin, Birajkar, Amit, Priyanka, Kinjal, Riddhi, Amarjot. Any questions, guys? Everything is clear, guys? Okay, guys. Now, next, simple now code for you. So this is my list. I'm going to use the same list. Okay. Now, guys, question for you. Anybody? I want to create a list. I want to create a new list. Let's say L new. In this list, you have to add only the even elements in this list, from this list. Guys, do you understand the question or not? You have to add only the even elements from this list to this list. How are we going to do that? Guys, you have 1 minute. Please do try to do it. Give me the logic fast. What we can do?
We have to define if conditionals in for loop.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And then
yeah, very good, Deep. Yeah. How are we going to do that?
So like for
We
How
can
we gonna
I
okay.
in
Only thing you have to answer is how are we going to add element in this list?
For L new equals to L.
L new equals to L. No, Priyanka, not like this. Like we cannot add like this,
And
right?
then we can give if condition.
Yeah, we can. We have to give condition. But how are we gonna how are we gonna add elements in the new list?
use a logic like n minus 1 and consider like it's a even or odd.
Yeah, that's correct. We're gonna do that. But how are we gonna add in this new list, guys?
we have to define separate variables for that.
Yeah,
which,
like let's say L new is my separate variable. This is the empty list. Right now it's empty list.
Okay.
Now I want to add only
Okay.
those elements which are even, right? So let's do that, guys. I know this is a beginning for you, but try to use your brain and try to create logic for that, because without understanding the logic, you will not able to create your own code. Okay. So I want to add only the even elements in this. So how I'm going to do that? I'm going to say for, now look at this. I have created this list. I have created this list and this list is empty. There is nothing inside this list. Guys, always remember, you have to create your variable. Whatever solution you want to give, you have to create that variable. Okay. So here I have, in this case, I created product variable. In this case, I created sum variable. In this case, I'm creating this new list variable. Okay. This one is given to you, and this one you have to create yourself. Okay. So for now, my logic is for I in L, or let's say instead of I, let's use something else. For L in L. Now, what should be the logic, guys, here? What should be the if condition you're going to use? Anybody, guys? Prateek, Deep.
Yeah, if like if I module
very
two.
good, yeah, very good. If I modulus, guys, you remember what is modulus? Modulus is the remainder. If I modulus of 2 is equal to 0,
0,
then
we have to add like
then what?
Then consider as a like
No,
adding in the list.
But how I'm going to add in the list? Here,
L dot append.
here, or here? How I'm going to add it? Which indentation I'm going to use?
In the if.
Under the if.
Inside
Under
if. Inside
Yeah,
if.
because if check every time.
Okay, okay, very good, guys. So L underscore new dot append, guys. I'm going to add
Append.
by using append. So append what? Append what?
Element.
L.
Append LE.
L.
Not
Yeah,
L, LE.
Element.
Right now we are using LE here, not I. Right?
So we have to use ELE instead of I, right?
Yeah, you can use anything. I'm just giving you an example here. You can use I
Okay.
because right now I'm not using I here. Whatever you're using here, you have to append that, right?
Condition also we need to.
Yeah, in if instead of I we will use element, correct?
Yeah.
Conditional should be
Element
L.
modulo by 2.
No, it's oh yeah, very good, guys. Yeah, that's my bad. It should be LE. Okay, so I don't want to confuse now, but you can use anything, right? So I also want to confuse myself too. I'm going to use I because I have a habit of using I. Okay, so L new append I. Now what next, guys? What I'm going to do now? Guys, what I'm going to do now?
Now we will print L underscore new list.
Print, you are saying like this. Now we're going to do like this here.
Outside for just L underscore.
L underscore new dot new, right? Okay, guys, very good. Very good, guys. So let's look at this 2, 44, 88, 44. Got it, guys? Can you do the same thing for, like, we can do the same thing for odd 2. Let me copy the same code. Let me copy the same code. And here I have to say only not equal to 0. When we're going to say not equal to 0, then it will append odd elements. Okay, guys? Now, guys, let's do something else. Suppose, so let me think. Suppose we want to create some tables. Okay, what is the time, guys? Okay, so guys, once we're gonna cover, like, I'm gonna do some questions for for loop, and while loop is also same. Okay, but I'm gonna cover like what is the fundamental of while loop. Then I'm not gonna perform questions, like I'm not gonna perform coding for while loop. Okay, so I'm gonna take examples only for for loop, and I'm gonna explain the basics of while loop. So guys, now let's say I want to do like this. Let's say I want to, let's say I want to create tables. Let's say you're gonna give in number. Let's say n number is equal to integer, and input, enter your number. enter your number. Okay, guys, suppose my number is 10 here. I want 10 table. Suppose my number is 7. I want 7 table. Suppose my number is 27. I want 27 table. Guys, do you understand the question? So 27 table means 27 into 1, 27. 27 into 2, 54. 27 into 3, 71. So I want table like that. For any number I'm going to give, I need a table for that. So what should be the code for that? It's a very easy code. Just try to do that. I'm going to give you 1.5 minutes for that. Try to create a logic. Guys, anybody? Guys, I'm going to do two or three questions after that. Then I'm going to start while loop. Okay. So I'm going to do the prime number question too, because Deep requested to do prime number question yesterday. Prime number code. So guys, okay, anybody? Because we don't have that much time.
So I think first we need to create list. Inside the list, we need to 1 to 10.
First you want to create a list. Okay, you can, what kind of list? Like 1 to 10?
1 to 10.
Yeah, very good. We can do that. Okay, we can do that. Let's do your code, Kinjal. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yeah, then what?
Then for loop.
Then for loop.
L.
Very good. Nice logic, Kinjal, here for I in L. Yeah, then
here we need to create one variable answer, and
answer should be before that, right?
Yeah, answer should be before it.
For loop. So let's say answer is 1. What? How I'm going to do that? Let's say ANS is equal to what?
20.
Why 20?
I into L.
Okay, I into L. Okay. No, yeah. So you're
0, and inside the for loop, answer is equal to I into L.
No, but what should be the outside one?
Here, it's 0.
0. It should be 0 like this.
Yeah.
Okay. Then here,
answer inside the for loop, answer is equal to I into L.
I into L. Okay.
Or L into I.
I into L or L into I doesn't make sense. Doesn't make difference. Same thing. Okay, you can do the both.
And then we need to print.
Then we need to print
number.
Kinjal, no, it's a wrong approach. Before you were saying the right approach, but it's wrong approach now. So let's do that. Let me show you. It's a wrong approach because you cannot give answer is equal to 0, because if it's 0 first, then it will not give you the right answer. Okay,
can I try? Sorry.
You can try on your system and give me the code in the chat box.
Yeah, I can do that one.
So let me do it because I don't have that much time to take answers from everybody. So let's say, okay, somebody have given me answer for yeah, it's a correct answer. I hope you have done it yourself, Nitin. Yeah. So I'm going to use the same. I'm going to use the same code too. So for I, guys, look at this. Kinjal, instead of creating list, we can use the range function. For I, because for list you have to type so many things, so many elements, right? So we can use for I in range 1 to 11. Why 1 to 11, Kinjal? Any idea? Because I cannot start from 0, right? Table starts from 1. And I want to go up to 10, right? So that's why I'm taking up to 11. Okay. For I in range 1 to 11, then I'm going to do for I in range 1 to 11, then I'm going to do what? I'm going to say print I'm going to say print. What I'm going to do, I'm going to say print num, print number. Then I'm going to say comma. Then I'm going to say star or X. Guys, look at this now. Okay. Number. Then I'm going to use I. Okay. Then I'm going to use X. Then I'm going to use I. Then I'm going to use again string equal to. Then I'm going to use num into I. Guys, do you understand this code or not? I'm sure you will not able to understand it, but try to understand now. So what is wrong here? Okay, there is indentation, so that's why that's wrong. Guys, look at this. First of all, do you understand this code or not? Look at this. Print num. Num is just my variable here. Okay, whatever the number I'm gonna give. So guys, how you write your table? You write your table like this. That's a two table. 2 into 1 is equal to 2. 2 into 2 is equal to 4. 2 into 3 is equal to 6. 2 into 4 is equal to 8. 2 into 5 is equal to 10. So on to 2 into 10, right? Here, what is my number here? Whatever number I'm going to put by my user, it's going to be like this. Let's say I'm going to put, 7. So look at this, 7. So look at this. This is my 7 number. Then X is my string here. Or this is my X here. X is my string. Then I'm using I. I starts from 1 to 10. So first 1, then I'm using string again equal to. Then I'm using number multiply I. Guys, do you understand this code or not? Try to see it. You can use any number and you can calculate any table. If somebody doesn't understand, please ask your question.
Understood.
What about Amarjot, Riddhi, Kinjal? What about you guys? Priyanka?
Yes, clear.
Amit, it's clear to you or no? No, it's not clear to you.
No,
So guys,
all good.
All good?
Yeah.
Because guys, this is just a string. This is nothing else. There is no code here. This is just a string. And these are just a element placement. So this is my variable placement. This is my I placement. I'm not doing any code here. This is no code. Until here, there is no code. The only thing I'm doing here, it's product. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. I hope it's clear. It's not very difficult code. So let's do some more questions. Let's say, okay, so guys, this is for you. Write a program to print nums between 1 and 20. 1 to 20. Except multiple of 2 and 3. So guys, question is this. I want all those number. I want to print all those numbers but I don't want multiple of 2 and 3. 2 and 3 multiple means 6 or 12 or 18. I don't want those. I don't want those numbers. I want everything else. Can you do that? Simple. This is a two-line code, guys. Fast. So after this, I'm gonna do one more code, prime number code. Then I'm gonna move to while loop.
I have sent a code.
Okay. Okay, not equal to 0 for if I. Okay. Yeah, it's Nitin is correct, but there is a small mistake. It should be until 21. That's it.
You asked for 1 to 20, correct?
Yeah, but inside range, it's not. If you say 1 to 20, I didn't say range 1 to 20, right?
Okay, yeah.
It's if you do 1 to 20, it's 1 to 19 actually.
I put it 1 to 21, so it's yeah.
No, you put 1 to
yeah,
20.
yeah. That's my bad. My bad. Thank you.
So your code should be like this, guys.
Yeah.
I think it's working. Yeah. Or you can do like this too if you want. So look at this. It's very like a two-line code, guys. For I in range 1 to 21, if multiple of, if you divide by 2, if multiple of 2 is no good, if multiple of 3 is no good, then you print I. That's it. Simple code, guys. So guys, I'm going to do one more code. Prime number, it's a bit complicated. Complicated means without using function, because for prime number we use function. Okay, but I'm going to do without using function. Suppose so first of all, you need to understand the logic of prime number. Okay, you need to understand the logic of prime number. What is prime number, guys? So prime number is like the number which is divisible by 1 or itself. Okay, which is divisible by 1 or itself. So that is a prime number. So if number, let's say to check number is prime number or not. So let's say num is equal to, suppose this is my number. Okay, so if, so first of all, I have to give condition here. If number is equal to, because 1 and 0 are not prime number. If number is equal to 1 or number is equal to 0. So if number is equal to 1 or number is equal to 0, then these are not prime number. Okay, so these are not prime number. So I'm going to say like this, invalid number. Print invalid number. Print invalid number. Okay, now I want to print all the numbers between here, between 0, like between 2 and this number. I want to print all the numbers. So let's say what I'm going to do. So let's say let's say for I in range, let's say for I in range like 2 comma number, right? So because 1 and 0 cannot be prime number, these are not prime numbers at all, 1 and 0. So for I in range 2 comma number, if my number divisible by I, right guys, if my number is divisible by I equal to 0, guys, try to understand this now. For I in range 2 comma number, so if your number is divisible by any I can be here 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, any number, right? If your number is divisible by I, so then it's not, you're gonna say print not prime number. If your number is divisible by then print not number, else print prime number. If I do this, so if I say my number is 1, so it's say invalid number, or say not prime number. You can say not prime number. If my number is, let's say 12, so not a prime number here, not a prime number. Like from 2 not a prime number, 3 not a prime number, 4 not a prime number. So 5 is a prime number, 6 not a prime number, 7 is a prime number. So it's doing like that. But I don't want everything like this. I don't want everything like this. So what I'm gonna do, like this. I just want to see that particular number is prime or not. So what I'm gonna do, instead of print, I'm gonna use this return statement. Return. Instead of print, I'm gonna use this return statement. And here, instead of print, I'm going to use return statement. So what is the meaning of this, guys? Because this is actually a function problem. It's not a loops problem. So I haven't covered what is return, because I'm going to cover this in function. So I want to return this, but it will not cover, because okay, let me use this print, because I need to create function for that. For using return statement, you have to create function. So return this, print this, print this. What I'm going to do, not prime number, prime number. Okay. For I in range 2 comma n if number is equal to Okay, guys, let me create this by using functions, because I'm not able to create by using loops here. So let me create by using functions. So define, I'm going to say define prime number. So like this is the function part. We haven't covered this, but let me cover this now. So define prime number. So here you can give any prime number. Here you can give any n. Okay. So this is my function. So how we create function like this? If f is equal to, okay, somebody has given me solution here. Instead of, I guess, break. No, break will not do that. So it will stop there. Okay. So if f equal to 0, so it define prime function f equal to 0. So if I say if number is equal to, if n is equal to, if n is equal to 1 or n is equal to 0, then say n is equal to 1 or n is equal to, then say f equal to 1. So I'm going to explain this, guys. Let me do this first. If n is equal to 1 or n is equal to 0, 0, then f is equal to this, then this. Okay, define function this. So this should be here, and this should be here, and this should be here. Then for I in range 2 comma num, then if num is equal, if num divided by 2, n divided by I this, and this is 2 comma n. And here now I'm going to use a return statement. And in this case, f is equal to, in this case, f is equal to 1. Now here I'm going to use return statement, guys. Now what is this return statement? So I'm going to cover this, guys. I'm going to cover this in function. Just give me 2 minutes. So return not return, let's say return not prime number. Okay, f is equal to 1 here, and if f equal to 1, then return n. Then return n here. So this is whatever my prime number is, like this. Okay, so this is complete. If f is equal to 1, then return n. Else, if this, then else return y. Return y. So return y should be whatever my yes. So it's n means no, return means yes. If I do this, so let's say prime number, and let's say prime number 5. So prime number 5 is yes. Let's say prime number 7. Prime number 7 is yes. Let's say prime number 11. Prime number 11 is yes. Let's say 12. No. Let's say 15. No. So in this way, you can define prime number. Now let me explain this. How can I do that? So guys, first define prime number. This is my function here. So I haven't covered function yet, so you will not able to understand it. So okay, somebody has given me solution. Okay, this solution, let's say it is correct. Okay. So this somebody has given me this solution too. Deep has given me this solution. So what he has done here, so number is equal to this. If number is greater than equal to 2 for I in range 2 comma num. If num is divided by 0, print num is not a prime number. Break else print num is a prime number. Okay, yeah. So this is also, yeah, this seems correct. So let me check. So guys, look at this. So there are so many ways to create a same thing. Okay. So this seems correct. So what he has done here. So if number is this, then it's break. Let me use this. So let's say 22. So 22 is not a prime number. So let me use this 33. So 33 is not a prime number. Let me again use this. Let's say 11. So 11 is a prime number. Yeah, this seems correct. This is correct, I guess. So guys, what he has done here. So this part is clear. I think this part is clear to everybody. For I in range 2 comma num. 2 comma num means like everything between 2 to num. So if any number is divisible by 1 and any number by divisible by any element, then it's not a prime number. That is straightforward. This one is straightforward. Then it will break here. It will break here. Else number is a prime number. Okay. But the problem with this, we have to give only like we have to give number greater than 2. That is the only edge case in this here case. So guys, this is correct solution. So guys, do you understand the solution? Look at this. So first, we are using break command here. So how this code is working, guys, look at this. If my I is equal to, let's say, if my I is equal to 3, if my I is equal to 3, if 3 is divisible by 2, no, it's not 0, right? It's not 0. It's not 0. If 3 is divisible by, let's say, let's take 5. If 5 is divisible by 2, it's not 0. If 5 is divisible by 3, it's not 0. If 5 is divisible by 4, it's not 0. If the 5 is not divisible by 2, 5 is not divisible by 3, 5 is not divisible by 4, because it will go until I, because it will not go until 5. It will go 2, 3, 4 only. It will go, if we take number 6, it will go until 2, 3, 4, 5. It will not go until 6. So in this case, look at this. In this case, wherever it stops, let's take this number 4. Let's take this number 4. If I take number 4, now look at this case. Instead of 5, let's take number 4. So if my number is 4, then 4 divided by 2 first. It's equal to 0, right? It's equal to 0. Then condition is true. Then it will break there and my code stops. It will break there, my code stops. It will not go further. And it will print number is not a prime number. It will print number is not a prime number. Whatever the number is not a prime number. It will stop there and it will print whatever the number is not a prime number. Suppose if my code doesn't stop in between, then number is a prime number. That's it. Else number is not a prime number. Now, what does this mean? Like, this is the end game. This is the end game. So look at this. Now let's look at run code now. Let's run this code. So if you give any number, guys, give any number. Let's say, let's give this number 22. Now what will happen? If I give 22, so 22, if I give this number 22 is divisible by 2. Yes, it's divisible by 2. It's equal to 0, because when we divide 22, it's 11. So remainder is 0. So this condition is true. Condition is true. Then it will print number is not a prime number. But condition breaks there. It will not go here. Then finally it will print this number is not a prime number, because it is outside my loop. Finally it will print number is not a prime number. Okay. So let's do like this. because statement is same in both cases. Instead of this, let's say number is prime number. I'm going to give it capital. Let's say 20. Let's say 20. So look at this. 20 is not a prime number. I'm getting this print from here. Suppose if I say 21, number is not a prime number. Let's say if I say some 17. If I do some 17 number, look at this 17. Then number is a prime number. Okay, guys. I hope, guys, it's clear to everybody, guys. It's pretty straightforward code. I haven't think of this code. I was trying to do it, but I was not able to make it. I was not able to make this a triple nested statement because, so that's why I use this function command. So I'm going to explain this. What is f equal to 0? This is equal to 0 means false, 1 means true. So I'm going to explain this. Okay. So guys, any questions regarding this? Any questions here? Any questions regarding this, guys? So guys, the simple thing is there are so many questions. Even I'm not able to solve all the questions. There are so many codes. You are not able to do it. You have to practice regularly to solve all the codes. There are so many questions. But the good thing with data analytics, we don't have to create these codes so oftenly. The model is already there. But you have to think your rational mind, logical mind. We are not here for coding. We are here for mathematical purpose. Like we are here for how to create logic for data analysis. Like what kind of model you have to create, what kind of technique you should use to get the best results from your data. So you need to understand those things. Okay, guys. So guys, let's have a 10 minutes break. Then we'll back and we'll start while loop and functions. Okay. So we'll back at 120. Okay, guys. Okay, guys, let's start it. Let's start the next part. Now let's start it while loop, guys. Now, guys, what is this while loop? Guys, is everybody back? Now, guys, what is this while loop, guys? While loop is, guys, until my condition is true, it will keep moving on. Okay, until my condition is true. So let's look at like this. Suppose let's look at this like way. Suppose I is, suppose my number is a is equal to 1. Okay, while a is less than is equal to 10, while a is less than equal to 10, print a. And here we have to give a is equal to a plus 1. Okay, guys, so what is this, guys? Now you guys are confused. What is this? So, guys, look at this. This is my condition here. Okay, this is my condition. And this is my condition. And this is my starting point. So this is the starting point. So we inside while loop, we have to give the starting point and we have to give condition. So this is my, let's say this is my starting point. And this is my condition. And this is my counter. So inside while loop, we have to do like this. So you have to give starting point, some starting point. Then you have to give counter. Okay. And that's it. Okay. So this is starting point, then counter. So all the while loop is work like this. If I run this now, it will give it, my condition is true until my it will keep on adding. My starting point was 1. My starting point was 1. Here I'm not giving any list. Here I am not using any range function. Here I'm not using any container. We are not using anything here. We are just saying starting from 1, keep going on until my condition is true. Suppose if you do like this, guys, what will happen? Guys, what will happen if you do like this? So it will give me 2 first, because first starting point was 1. Starting point was 1. And inside 1, it is adding a plus 1. So 1 plus 1. So first point is 2. Then then the next point is 2. Then it is 2. 2 is less than 10. Then it's printing me 2 plus 1, 3. Print a. Look at this, guys. So look at this. It starts from first. So first point is a. First point is a is equal to 1. Okay, this is my first step. Then the second, now it will go to the next step. Next step is 1 is less than equal to 10. Yes, true. 1 is less than equal to 10. Then it go to the third step. Third step is 1 is equal to 1 plus 1. A is equal to 1 plus 1. Because here, what is my A? A is 1. And the new A is 1 plus 1. That should be 2. That's why it's printing 2. Then the next step, when A is equal to 2, the next step A is equal to 2, it will go to the second step. Second step, 2 is less than equal to 10. Yeah, true. That statement is true. Then 2 plus A is equal to, then A is equal to 2 plus 1. A is equal to 2 plus 1, 3. Then it will print 3. Now the new A is 3 now. Now 3 is less than equal to 10. Yeah, true. 3 is less than equal to 10. Then A is equal to 3 plus 1, 4. Then print 4. So it will keep moving on until my condition is true. Guys, is it clear? So this is called while loop. Okay. Okay, let's do one more problem. Suppose I have n is equal to I'm going to use this. I have n is equal to any number given by user. Now let's say starting point. Let's say starting point is equal to 0. Okay, let's say instead of a, I'm using starting point here. Starting point is 0 and counter. Let's say counter. Let's say counter is 1, starting from 1. Now look at this. Now I'm going to use my condition now. While counter is less than equal to n, whatever the number I'm going to give here. While counter is less than equal to n, starting point is so here we have to use colon. Starting point is equal to starting point plus counter, whatever the counter I'm using here. So I'm using what counter I have? I'm using 1. Starting point plus from counter. So then my counter is keep on adding. Then counter is equal to counter plus 1. Then I'm going to say print starting point. Now if I do this, let's say my number is 20. Now look at this. So I'm getting, now this is my sum problem. The one we have done it before, sum of all numbers. So it's doing sum problem. So what it is doing, suppose now look at the same thing again. I'm using the same question by using for loop. For I in range, for loop is a bit easier than while loop. We use for loop more often than while loop. For I in range 20. For I in range 20. Instead of this, guys, let me use like this, less than n. Okay. Now answer is, let's say 20. Answer is 190. Okay. Because I'm using less than n. So for I in range 20, then let's say sum, I need to use variables sum. Sum is equal to 0. And here for I in 20, let's say sum is equal to sum plus I. Guys, I'm comparing both the results. Sum plus I. Okay. Then I'm going to say print sum. Or I'm going to say sum, just sum. Now look at this 190. So this is a bit easier than this, but here I have to use this container. Here I have to use this container. Here I don't have to use any container. That's the only difference. That's it. So here I'm doing the same thing. Instead of SSP, I'm going to say sum. Okay. Or here I'm using counter. So initial counter is 1. Okay. So it's going to start from 1. 1 is less than 20. Then it's going to say sum. Let's say sum is equal to sum plus counter. Then it's a counter is equal to counter plus 1. Then last is sum. So same thing, but the difference between this and this code is, here I'm using container. Here I'm not using any container, but here I'm using 2 variables. Why 2 variables? Because here I want result sum. Okay, I want to start it from somewhere. So that's why I'm starting from 1. I want to start it from somewhere. You can also give counter 0. You can also give counter 0. So if you give 20, you are getting the same result. Okay. Until your counter is less than 20, it will give me the same result. But usually we start with 1. But it's up to you, whatever you want to choose. Guys, try to understand the same again, this thing. I'm using sum. What is my code? My code is sum of all numbers. Sum of all numbers. If I want to select 20, sum of first 19 numbers. Okay, sum of first 19 numbers. So look at this. So here I'm starting, my sum is 0 first. First variable, first sum is 0. Then what I'm selecting, my counter. You need to select some counter. Counter means from where I want to start my code. It's like I want to start it from 0, -1, -2, where you want to start it, where you want to start this code. Usually we use the counter 0 and 1. Okay, I'm starting from 1 here. So when 1 is less than 20, yeah, 1 is because I chose 20 here. When 1 is less than 20, yeah, true, statement is true. Statement is true. Then it will go to the next part. Sum is equal to, what is the initial sum? Right now sum is 0. Right now sum is 0 and counter is 1. So sum is equal to sum 0 plus 1. Then answer is the new sum is 1. In this case, new sum is 1 now. Now again, counter is equal to counter plus 1. The counter is equal to counter plus 1. The new counter is what? 2. The new counter is 2, guys. The new counter is 2. Now
Yes.
again move to the next step. While 2 is less than 20. Yeah, 2 is less than 20 because the new counter is 2 now. 2 is less than 20, true. Then it will move to what? Sum is equal to, the previous sum was what? Previous sum was 1. The new sum was, the counter was, the new counter is 2. The new sum is what? The new sum is 3 now. And the new counter is what? 2 plus 1, 3. Now again, let me delete some of it. Now the new counter is 3. Now 3 is less than what? 20. 3 is less than 20. True statement. True statement. Then now the sum is equal to what? The previous sum was what guys? 3. The previous sum was 3. Then 3 plus counter is 3. 6. And the new counter is what? 3 plus 1, 4. Right? Then again, 4 is less than 20. True. The sum is equal to, previous sum was what? What was the previous sum? 6. The new sum was what? 6 plus 4, counter. Now 10. And the new counter is what? 5. 4 plus 1 is 5. Then again, 5 is less than what? 20. 5 is less than 20. The previous sum was what? 10. The previous sum was 10, right? 6 plus 4, 10. So 10 plus 5 is what? 15. So we keep on doing that until my counter is less than 20 or whatever the number is. We keep on doing that. If you want, I can keep on doing that. I hope, guys, do you understand the same? Okay. So the final thing is 190. Now, suppose if I want to do the same thing, I want to do the product by using while loop. How we can do that? If I want to use the product by using while loop, how we can do that, guys?
Product, we have to change the number to 1. I think variable number.
Okay, let me use this same code. Now here I'm going to instead of using sum, I'm going to use product. Okay, product
is equal to 1.
Yeah, here you're going to use 1. Then anything else? Here I'm going to use product. PROD, and here I'm going to use product into counter, right?
Yep.
So product into counter. Now that's it.
Yeah, at the bottom we have to change the variable instead of sum to product.
Yeah. So let's say I'm gonna use let's say I'm gonna use okay, I'm gonna use here 4. So what should be my answer, guys? 4. If my answer should be like this, 1 into 2 into 3. That's it, or into 4, 2. What should be my answer, guys? 1 into 2 into 3, because number is less than n. I'm not using equal to n here. It should be less than n. So it should be 1 into 3. Its answer should be 6.
If we use less than equal to n, then it's going to be factorial program.
Yeah,
code.
yeah, it's a factorial code or same thing, yeah. But okay. So if I do this 4, so it's 6, correct. If we using equal to n here, then what should be the answer, guys? Amit, what should be the answer in this case? Amit, you are on mute if you are saying something.
Sorry, what was the question?
If I'm using equal to here, now in this case, if I use number is equal to 4, n is equal to 4, what should be the answer in this case? It's
24.
What?
24.
24. Yeah, very good, Amit. It should be if I'm using 4 here, so answer is 24. So it's also a factorial program. You know what is factorial, guys? So n factorial, like 5 factorial means, guys, what is 5 factorial means? 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. This is also a factorial program. You can also do that. Okay, same thing. Or any other way we can do that. There is another way we can do that. So if I want to get a factorial program, if I want to write a factorial program, let's forget about now this one. If I want to write a factorial program, any other way we can do that while using while loop. So let me delete everything.
And n minus 1.
So I want to do this 5 factorial. I want this answer 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Any other way we can achieve that by using while loop? So look at this, guys. I don't want to waste time. So let's say number is, I'm going to use the same thing. Let's say number is this. Now I'm going to say factorial. Let's say factorial is equal to starting from 1. Now I'm not going to use any counter here now. I'm not going to use this strategy now. While n is greater than 0, while n is greater than 0, factorial is equal to factorial into n. Factorial is equal to factorial into n, and then number is equal to n is equal to n plus 1. And here I'm going to say factorial. Guys, do you understand this code or not? Here I'm using less variables. Look at this code. Let's suppose I'm putting here, if I'm running this code. Let me delete everything first. If I'm running this code, guys, if I'm running this code, let's say 6. Now, what should be the answer? Something is wrong.
Shouldn't that be n equal to n minus 1?
N is equal to, like, if my 6 is greater than 0, let me think. If my 6 is greater than 0, n is equal to my 6. So yeah, it should be n minus 1. Very good. So yeah, now let's stop this code. Now let's run this code again. Let's say 6. Yeah, 720. Now look at this, guys. So let's suppose my number is, let's say I'm going to take a smaller number, 4. Now 4 is greater than 0. 4 is greater than 0. Then factorial is what? Factorial is equal to, what is the previous factorial? 1 into 4. 1 into 4. Then the new n is what? The new n is equal to 4 minus 1. That is 3. Then again, my loop again work. 3 is greater than 0. 3 is greater than 0, then factorial is what? No, the new factorial is equal to, the previous result was what? 4. The previous result was 4. Now the new 4 into 3, the new result is 12, right? Then again, n is equal to n minus 1. The new n is what? 3 minus 1, 2. Now 2 is greater than 0. Again, the new factorial is what? Factorial is equal to, last factorial was 12. Now what is n? 2. So that is 24. Then the new n is what? The new n is what, guys? The new n is, last n one is 2. 2 minus 1, 1. The 1 is greater than 0. 1 is greater than 0. Then the new factorial is what? Fact is equal to, the previous factorial was 24. 24 into 1. So this is 24. Right? So now the new n is what? 1 minus 1 is 0. Then now 0 is not greater than 0, false. Then my loop breaks. So this is my result. Okay, guys. So this is how this code works. We need to practice a lot because there are so many questions. You will not be able to do all the questions. So I'm going to do one last code. It's a bit complicated. I'm going to do like a Fibonacci series. Guys, you know what is Fibonacci series? So what is Fibonacci series? So Fibonacci series, guys. So it is a series. It's like a computerized series. Suppose if n is equal to 10, like number of terms is 10. You want 10 elements for Fibonacci series. 10 elements for Fibonacci series. So suppose this is 0. It starts from 0, let's suppose. This is 1. Then the next element is addition of 2 elements. This should be 1. The next element is addition of 2 elements. This should be 2. The next element is addition of 2 elements. 3. The next element is addition of 2 elements. Then 5. The next element is addition of 2 elements. Then 8. The next element is addition of 2 elements. 13. The next element is addition of 2 elements. 21. The next element is addition of 2 elements. 34. So this is a Fibonacci series. Now it depends how many elements you want in your series. So how many elements? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is the 10 elements. If you want 15 elements or 11 elements, the next element is addition of these 2 elements, 55. So it's keep on continuing. Okay, guys. So if you write a code for this, to get a Fibonacci series, how to get that? So guys, you don't have to learn these codes. Just try to understand the logic. That's it. The same logic we're going to use again and again in different coding. There are not too many logics. There are only 5 to 6 logics. You have to use those same logics again and again to solve the different codes. Go ahead.
We have to define 2 variables.
Yeah, we have to define 3 variables. So how are we going to do that? So let's say the first thing is enter your number, like how many elements you want. Number of elements you want. Let's say you want this. Let's say I'm going to define first 2 variables first. Okay. A comma B is equal to 0 comma 1 because it's always starts from 0. Okay. Then I'm going to say, so this is my first element. Then I'm going to say counter starts from 0, then up to 1. Or I'm going to say n is less than equal to 10. Okay. So now it's up to me how we can do that. Let me do this way first. While n is less than is equal to 10. Number of NLE. Okay, instead of NLE, let me use n. While n is less than equal to 10, then while n is less than equal to 10, my print. So while n is less than equal to 10, print what? Print A first. Okay. Yeah. First print A. Then what? Then I want to print C. And what is C? C is equal to A plus B. Then print C. C is equal to A plus B. Then what? Then the previous A is become B, and B and C, B becomes C. Okay, so there are, look at this. We have three variables here, A, B, and C. We have three variables I'm using. Then, and now I want to decrease n, right? Until n is less than 2. Now I'm going to decrease n is equal to n minus 1. Let's see whether this one works or not. So if I say n is equal to 10, no, it's not working. It stops there. Okay, something is going on. It's keep continuing. Why it's keep continuing? Okay, until n is less than is equal to 10. Look at this, guys. Look at this. This is the infinite loop. Keep continuing. Stop sending output. Look at this. It's infinite loop. Let's keep continuing. So let me stop this. So something is wrong. Let me see what is wrong with this. Okay. So first I'm starting with 0 and 1 until n is less than 10. Until n is less than equal to 10. Okay. So here I'm doing something wrong. Until while n is less than equal to 10. So this should be wrong. Until n is less than equal to 10. No, it cannot be 10. So what number I have given, guys? Let me do it again. I was giving, let's say 1. 1 is less than equal to 10. Let's say given 3. Until 3 is less than equal to 10. 3 is less than equal to 10. So that's where I'm doing. So this code is wrong. This thing is wrong. This condition is
N should
wrong.
be greater than or equal to 0.
Until greater than equal to 0. Yeah, it should be greater than equal to 0. Let's say until n is greater than equal to 0. This greater than equal to 0. So if I do this, n minus 1, let's say I'm going to start with 5, like 4 elements. So 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's correct now. So here I was giving wrong a condition. Now this condition is good. So this is the one way I can achieve this. One way I can achieve this. Okay, let's say if I want to say 10 elements. So my result should be the same until 55. Look at this. 0, first, second, third, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Why it's 11 elements? 1, 2, 3, 6, 6, 9. Yeah, it's 11 elements. I don't want 11 elements. I want only 10 elements. So something is wrong here. Why it's wrong? Because n is subtracting later. So until n is greater than equal to 0, until n is greater than 0, I'm going to say, then it will work. Let's say if I say 10. Yeah, now it works.
So does
Yeah,
this series starts with 0?
Say again.
Fibonacci series. Fibonacci
Yeah.
series starts with 0.
Yeah, Fibonacci series starts with 0.
Okay.
Okay. So guys, now if I want to achieve the same thing but different kind of logic. Let's say I want to achieve the same thing but different kind of logic. Let's say I want to do like this. Let's say I want to give counter 2 or I2. I starts from 0. I is equal to 0. And until my element is less than until my I is less than n. Until my I is less than n, print A, then A plus B. Then I'm going to do until here I is equal to I plus 1. Same thing, but different kind of logic here. I is equal to I plus 1. So look at this. So what will happen in this case, guys? Let's say I'm going to do 10. So until 34, look at this. So what I'm doing here, look at this. First until I is less than 0. So it starts from 0. So 0 is less than 10 because n is 10. So true statement. So first C is what? C is what? 0 plus 1. 0 plus 1. Then next, now A will become what? A will become C, A will become B. So in this case, A will become 1 and B will become what? 1 again. Guys, we are starting from 0 here. A will become 1 and B will become 1 again. Why? Because now A is equal to B and B is equal to C. First, A will become 1 and B will become 1 again. Now I is equal to what? 2. Because 1 plus previously I is equal to 0 plus 1. It's I will become 1. I will become 1 because I starts from 0. So the I is equal to 1. Now 1 is less than 10. Second case, 1 is less than 10. Now C is equal to, yeah, it's true. Now it will print to what? It will print to what now, guys? Now the value of A is what? 1 again. It will print to 1. Previously it will print, in this case, it will print 0. Print 0 in this case. Because at this first step, A was 0. But now print A again. Now A is what? 1. A is what? 1 now, right? I know, guys, this is confusing. Try to do it yourself, then you will get to know. Okay. Now, okay, I can show you something. Let's say, let me clear everything. So let me show you this here. Print C. Okay, let me do like this. So you will see each step. Print N. Sorry, print empty space. Print C. Print. So guys, I'm using this print to show you that's it. Print B. So let's say I'm going to use 10 here. So look at this. So first is 0. First is 0. Then I'm going to say A plus B here. Guys, I don't want to confuse you. Just don't be confused. I just want to show you each and every step. Now look at this. So first, now what is my code here? My code is like, first is A, B is given. A and B is given, like not given. It's my part of the logic, 0 and 1. So first I'm printing A here. A become 0. Now C will become A plus B. So I'm printing A plus B here. A plus B, now C will become 1, right? Now in the next step, now A will become B here. So here you can say A is B. Now here I'm going to do the same thing here, and I'm going to say B will become C now. B will become C. So now look at this, guys. Look at this code. 10. So look at this now. Try to understand this one, okay, guys? So first of all, A is 0, B is 1. Okay. Now I'm printing. Now what is the next step I'm going to print? I'm going to print A plus B. C is equal to A plus B. Okay. C is equal to A plus B is what? 0 plus 1. So first step is 1. First step is 1. So look at this one. Okay. Now the second step, A plus B is what? C. So now A plus B will become 1 plus, now here what is my A here? My A is 1 here, B is 2 here. So A plus B, C will become 3. Now look at this. So what is my A here? A is 2 and B is 3. A plus B become 5. So I don't want to confuse you, like how this logic works, guys. It starts from, look at this. This logic start from 0. A plus 0 plus 1 is 1. This is C. Then now A will become B. So because B was 1 previously, now A will become 1 and B is also 1. Now the new C is A plus B is new C is 2. Now A will become B. In this case, B was 1. Now A become 1. In A become 1. And in this case, C was 2. In this case, C was 2. Now B will become C. Now here B is C. Now, if I go here, now in this case, C will become 3 because B plus 2 plus 1 is 3. C will become 3. Now A will become 2 because B is 2 here. B is 2 here. Now that's why A will become 2. So guys, so this is just a code. I don't want to push a lot of energy here, but try to do it yourself. Okay. So I'm going to delete this thing. This is just for your practice. Like to see this print statement in between, like how this logic works. Okay, if you do this, like let's say if you use 8, it will become this. If you use whatever statement, it will become this. So you can use this way or you can use this way. So there are like only 5 to 6 ways of writing a code inside while loops. That's it. Okay, guys. So I think this is so far covered while loop. Now there is one more thing called functions. I think we're going to cover function in the next class. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great week ahead.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.